So, quick look at this Smart 3 estate. Is it a viable restoration project? Let me think. Hi, welcome to our part 3. Mostly this is stop motion, as you can see now. This is before I unloaded it. Just taking the wheels off, knocking the spiders out. You can see here, just take the pins and the pads out. Knock them out one by one, pretty basic stuff. It wasn't too bad actually, they all come out pretty easily. Put my slave wheels on there, jack both rear wheels up. Again, take the drums, take the shoes out. This is just a few core bits in the shell. And yeah, roll it off. It didn't seem to be that bad at this stage. Well, as you can see, looking sorry for itself. I'm just going to keep the glass. This is just sort of popped out with very little effort. The door came off, as you see. There is nothing left of the floor. So I can't even really put it on the ramp. You can see the big hole in the sill. The lock was jammed, forced to lock on the tailgate, and as soon as it came up, the hinge just collapsed back down out because it just completely rusted out. So you can see that one, that little area there. It's just yeah, top of the roof is daylight through that bit. Yeah, so a bit sad really, but yeah, well, just get on and dismantle it. Undo the hinges. Air conditioning. Yeah, look at this, it's got to hack through that. Oh, is that the last bit? That was the same as that side, wasn't it? Oh dear. The glove box is coming out with the... Oh dear, look at that. Poor old thing. Right. Oh, that's the door off, isn't it? Let's see it stop that. Yeah, air conditioning. Look, the seal is completely gone through there, look. It's by magic. Oh, looks like it's got the original jack and lever for picking off things. These don't look like... Looks original. Little rubber band here holding this on. Might keep that for mine. Yeah, the rest of it is terrible. I'm not going to be keeping the seats or the interior. I've not got the space. Unusually, I've not seen that bit. I don't know if that's tailor-made or if someone's invented it for the car. It looks like a different bit of wood, but I don't know. I'm going to try and get that off in one piece because I've not seen one. Yeah, it's very unusual bits, but these look factory. I haven't seen them before. Someone's put some sensor on the choke switch, which is a bit odd. But lots of yeah, look at these clips. Lots of homemade wiring crimps and stuff and add-ons in there. So you never know with some of this stuff. You think it looks factory, and then it turns out that it was for an Austin or whatever, Morris Marine or some random stuff. But it's come out without breaking. Alright, I'm just going to take the edge box out. Yeah, I was going to try and connect these up and see if it would run on the fuel bowls. as we sort of agreed in the comments of the last Will It Run video, but you can see if I can just get this off. No. The ends of the pipes are rusty, so I think the inside is going to be awful. Are they? Oh, actually, maybe not. Let's see if that one will... Right. Do I put some petrol in there and see? Okay, decided I haven't got time for this, so all I'm going to do is just, yeah, take the bumper and the bits off, probably trim down the front, pull the engine and gearbox out the front, and then maybe the front will be light enough and I can lift it up and get the axle out. And hopefully the fuel tank. The fuel tank's all right, that'll be a godsend because they're impossible to find anywhere. So, does this look original? No, I haven't seen one like it, but keep it, see if it dries out. So just here, I was just cutting those lights out, cutting the wiper motor out the back. Cut the front open to get the engine and box out. Right, this is why I really hate braking cars, because it's just so time consuming. I'm doing stuff like this. Look, it was only 20 years ago, these have all collapsed. Fuel lines and stuff. Go. So, yeah. Well, undo the gear knob, well, gear stick, and just pull the engine box out the front, then hopefully it'll be light enough I can put some wood under the front, get the axle out, and then just winch what's left up onto the truck and I'll weigh it in Monday morning. Right, now this is the kind of thing that's the pain in car restoration. You want to try and save this screw, and you've got to come in here, press it down on something, whatever, undo it, and get these all out. And you go, look, oh, it's just spinning round in the hole. And you go, right, well, let's just press on it a bit harder, or do it this way or that way. And it still don't want to come out. But of course you keep doing it because it's just, well, one little screw, and it's got to come out on the next turn. And then before you know it, you've spent like, I don't know, 2 minutes taking out one screw or something. Sometimes you can spend ages. And then you repeat that for every whatever screw is a pain, and it just turns into a time-wasting exercise. Just taking the trims out. Chad was there cutting the washer bottle bracket off the inner wing because I wanted to keep that. And then we just pop the glass out. You just got to sort of weaken the rubber around the inside where it's been sat there for years. Get some wedges down it. You just keep pushing at it, and you can force it out. They give up pretty easily. Same on the left-hand side. Just got to be careful not to damage the stainless trim. We just decided it started to break, so we rolled it back just to sweep the floor. Rolled it back again, and I was just unclipping the roof gutter in trim because I thought I'll save that before it gets bent. Well, Chad was taking the gear stick out. Right, let me lifted it up. This is just to completely collapsing. The bolts for the gearbox bracket are completely rusted through, so I'm just going to cut through them, cut through that tunnel, and drag the front off the car because it's completely separated. It's only that flimsy bit of red metal in the middle holding it together. Right, I think this is bad. Right, the only thing really holding it together is the exhaust. Look, you can see how thin that is. Look, that's just terrible. Yeah, just cutting through what's left of the exhaust and jimmying it away. Bit by bit. It's hard to get in there to cut that little bit of the floor left because there's all sharp edges around your hands and stuff. But there wasn't much holding it together. Now we just roll it forward. So separate the two halves, put the back half on skates. Uh, just bending that the gearbox bracket out of the way to undo it. Pull the engine box out the front. Take the exhaust off the side. Pretty basic stuff, really. All takes time. Bolts all come undone pretty easily. But yeah, undo them. Pull the gearbox off. It's handy. It's a later J-type one. Might come in handy one day. I haven't got any of them at the moment. They said it all worked when he drove it in. Keep the clutch off. Get that reconditioned. So that will go again on the flywheel. And stuff was getting in the way. I needed the back end to be on the ramp. So we pushed the back end out, pushed the front end out, then put the back end back in. Just a little flash there. Found a 50p drop out of it. And then as we were moving the engine, the sump cracked. Yeah, the sump got a crack in it, so obviously rusted through. Then we roll the back end back in, stick it on the ramp, and you can see how bad it was now. Yeah, pretty horrific, each corner. I'm hoping the tank might be, well, it's going to be poor, but it might be savable. Yeah. Despite, even if the front hadn't have fallen off the car, there's just nothing left of anything. Look at all the roof up there. Look. Right, I did a separate video on axle ratios. But we're just going to see what this is. So I've got just a clamp on that one to stop it turning. Nearly all the way around. That is there. Oh, that might be a 3.7 actually. Yeah, 1.95. Yeah, that's right round. That's a 3.7. Fun and games. And then it was basically, yeah, pull the axle out, get the last couple of rivets that are holding those rear wheel arch trims in, uh, pull them off, find a couple more skates just to put it on. I winch the front end back on the truck, put the wheels off. Meanwhile, Chad reckoned it was worth keeping the roof rather than just cutting the roof rack off. So I said, okay, well, you do it then. So put that bit of cardboard up just to protect the jag from the sparks. Yeah, cut through the roof, stuck it back on my green estate. That's all I could think to do with it. and then wheel the back end out, winch that back up on the truck. I'll have to weigh it in Monday morning, get it out of the way. And the springs were digging into the bed, jimmy it around a bit. But yeah, the later shells were poor, but you think this was a roadworthy car only 20 years ago. So it's basically fold it up, put a cover over it, and see you later. So yeah, keep an eye out. I'll try and get a video of when I weigh it in and put it up next week. Thanks for watching.